Hi everyone, welcome again on Nima Notes. On today's episode of Nima Notes, I have one of my most beautiful love of my life. Hey, some people will be jealous. Yeah. Yeah, today to have the most random conversations about career, life, and just being a girl generally. So, are you excited to be here today?
I'm always excited to be here.
Okay, I'm sure you're wondering who is this beautiful lady beside me. Like I said, she's the love of my life. My bestie. Her name is Chinwe. Thank you for joining me today.
I'm happy to be here, my name.
Okay, can you introduce yourself? It's Chinwe.
My name is Chinwe, as Nima said. I am a second year MBA student at Talk. I am currently also living in Nima's house for free, so tell her thank you.
I'm nice like that.
But I'm living in 24 hours, so that's sad.
Yeah. I'll miss you.
I miss you too. Well, I'll be back soon, don't worry.
I know. You are not going on this privilege.
I just say I'm
When
coming.
she comes to turn it back. I get the princess treatment when she comes, and I love it so
Because
much.
she's a princess. You see? But that's all. Fun fact about me is I have a twin brother. I have not seen him.
Yeah, she's insane. I love twins so much, and I hope to have like that she one day. I mean. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, girl. Let's get into the conversation.
Okay.
When did you first realize that I'm an adult now? Because I mean, this adult life is it adulting for you?
It's by the grace of God.
By the grace of God.
It is by the size
Sometimes,
and the size of men.
We don't want to talk about
No,
women.
human beings like men. Like
Okay,
men.
we're not talking about men here.
But like I think the first time I realized I was an adult was when my car got flooded and I had to fix it.
Where lucky.
No, Bagada, like it was parked outside of my compound and that estate is sloopy. So then my car got flooded and I was like, wow, I may actually lose a car or I may need to buy a new engine.
Buy a new car.
Back then that I was traveling, I need me
Babe, no rich babe.
I was already like 6 weeks away to leave Nigeria. And she car now flooded and I was like realizing how much of a life changing experience that will be. But to God be the glory, the car did not stop working. The car is back in Nigeria and the engine did not knock.
And then that's the car you drove when you were visiting, right?
Yes. So it's still alive. But the AC is not working, sir.
Me, I think I was so irresponsible with my car. Number one, I was always crashing the car.
They were crashing into you.
They were crashing into me, yes.
Girl.
I'm just a girl, right? And then it got to a point I stopped fixing the car. And I was a baby girl, and then my car has scratches and everything. My dad would tell me, Nima, fix this car. You know that I never painted that car until my dad fixed it.
It's not meant to paint the car. It's meant to be evidence that the car is being used. You paint it like once every 2 years. Because if the car is rough, then people see you and do that, they will think that this one is a rough driver. So they will not come close to you. They will leave space for you. But if your car is clean,
with Danfo drivers, oh my god, they showed me Pepe.
You should have known that. Anything goes in Lagos. So
yeah, anything goes in Lagos. Yeah. So my next question is, what is a shocking moment that you had in your adult life that you think that child will never be ready for?
I think maybe like just dealing with human beings and peculiarities of meeting different people. Being a child didn't prepare me for how diverse people could be, especially like immigrating and meeting like different cultures. But even also back home, like learning to tolerate people, learning to be patient with people, learning that people have different background experiences and those things may define them and doesn't define you. That was one thing that I was not prepared for. And I struggled to be able to like get to know people, not imposing my culture on people, imposing my perspective on people. But now that I've come abroad and we're taking classes like managing people, leading diverse organizations, we've learned how to manage those situations and appreciate diversity.
Yeah, I actually think that is whilst growing up that mindedness gets chilled, because I feel children are super open. They have no fear in the world. They can say anything to anyone. They can talk to anyone, whatever your background, whatever your skin color. But as we get older and socialize, that is when we start like stepping back into just being isolated within our culture and everything. Because the children I see nowadays, they make me remember my childhood and how open minded I was and how outspoken I was. So maybe it's adulthood that led you into that.
At the end of the day, it's the adults in the society that determine how the children will grow up.
Yeah, socialization.
Exactly, because of even the kind of country we come from is very ethnocentric and they have different tribes. If the adults there were not like exposed to being tolerant, they would say certain things that would inform your own biases and make you have biases. But it is your responsibility as you grow older to unlearn those biases.
Yeah, true.
And
true.
to learn the right things.
Yeah. To even thrive in an environment like this, it requires really getting to be open minded. Like, yeah, and be free with people. So, yeah, there is a lot of unlearning that we are still doing.
And that we're still going to do because you don't
Yeah.
even know the things that you're learning and like.
Yes, yeah. That's true. And for me, childhood to adulthood, I would say that I had this naive expectation of human beings. Like I expected that because I'm a good person. I'm assuming I'm a good person, but I assume that if I'm good to you, I expected you to be good to me. If I talk to you a certain way, you should accord me the same respect. But then it just happens to be like life is not like that. People are just people.
For me, it was also realizing that I may not be as good as I thought I was. Like
In terms of like being a human being.
being a human being, because like being a last child, I was pampered growing up. My emotional development was not taken very serious because I didn't have to look out for anybody. So I always thought I was a perfect child growing up. But then when you start to meet other people and you realize that maybe you're not as patient, maybe you're rude, maybe you are have expectations of people that you shouldn't have, and that you may be like the villain in someone's story, just acknowledging that it's like, oh, I also have my own excesses to work on.
Wisdom. Wisdom. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So we've talked about unlearning some things, relearning some things, and how you could be the villain in some other people's story. So what are some of the habits, or maybe one or two, that you think have changed you in small, powerful ways?
Um, I would say one of the habits is keeping quiet and listening more. Because when you keep quiet, first of all, you realize how much you've been speaking. And then it just cautions you. And also, when you listen more, you hear people's perspective, you hear how people think. Like, it's just a learning session for you. So that's one thing that I have tried to do. And I'm currently trying to do, like keeping quiet, listening, asking people questions, and just getting to dig deep into them. So that has helped me to understand how different people are for me. Another thing would also be just being consistent in whatsoever I do. If I'm trying to get to know people, being consistent in networking. If I'm trying to get to build, so for example, I like going to the gym, being consistent with that every other day. Even as little as growing your hair, like being consistent with hair care or whatever, but just being consistent and not losing hope because you're not seeing immediate progress. Those are some things that like have shaped my adult life.
Yeah. Consistency is powerful. I think it's so essential for success because if you're not consistent, I mean, you give up easily and then you might be really, really so close to the finish line. But just because you're just
You're
not
not
consistent,
consistent.
you're not able to achieve whatever you set out to do. So, yeah.
And one is that some of us are not honest about how inconsistent we are with things. Like we're not honest that, oh, I'm actually not consistent with this thing. We have an idea of who we want to be, but we are not actually keeping ourselves accountable. By like writing things down, keeping track of progress. You want to do 10K steps, check your steps every day, make sure you're meeting it. And it's just those things. And also consistency, like everybody always says that consistency doesn't always look like 100% every day. It just looks like effort every day.
Yeah.
I would say definitely give a good effort. Try to give a good effort every day. But on days when you know you can't, it's just effort.
Yeah. Just try. Just stand up. And sometimes you think that you don't have enough energy to do it, and you will get on that thing, and the energy will just come, the motivation will just come. So just getting yourself, pushing yourself a little bit more, and doing that thing. Yeah. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you, babe. So now we'll be moving on to career because my baby girl is a career babe. I mean, she doesn't like talking about her career because, I mean, she says she doesn't like being defined by her career. But today, we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So you did investment banking. I mean, you didn't talk about it when you introduced yourself. Just tell us a little bit about like your career trajectory.
Two things. I lacked guidance at the beginning of my career, and I didn't seek it. You can't know what you don't know. I mean, people always say, "Oh, you need mentorship, you need this." I didn't know what I wanted, so I explored a lot of career. I did data analytics, I did human resources, I did actuarial services, I did insurance, I did
How many lives have you
executive assistants out there. I've done
How
many
many
things.
years of experience do you
I've
have?
tried many things.
Okay.
I wasn't wasting time, but I don't think I should have done those things. I definitely should have gotten a mentor, sat down, thought about my life, gotten a mentor, someone who could sponsor me, not financial sponsor, but like sponsor my career aspirations through my growth. But that being said, God has been faithful all throughout. Everything has worked out for my good and in some way aligned to what seems to be God's plan. Um, so I did insurance for a while. Then I realized that I was working very hard, morning and night. So one day I sat down, I said, if I can work this long and this job is not paying me like this, let me just go and do the one that, even if they want to kill me, at least they'll pay me the money. So I resigned and I went to go and look for a new job. And then I got a job in Nigeria in an investment bank. And then I took it with the hopes to get into investment banking. Actually, no, with the hopes to get into investment banking. I just took credit. But then I was my happy go lucky self, and the investment bankers met me and said they liked me and they wanted me to join the team. That was how I became an investment banker. I did not plan to be an investment banker. Somebody just saw me and said, I think you're going to be a good investment banker.
I've told you before, I think that you'll be a good investment banker, even here in the US. Yeah.
Anything that is my eyes see. But to round it up, anyways, is my career is growing and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I am hopeful that the grace of God will continue to shine upon you, my girl.
There's one video that mentioned they say, God, if you don't come through for me, they will disgrace me. And I already told them you're the one that is sponsoring me. So if they disgrace me, they will disgrace you.
No, they cannot disgrace God. Yeah. God got us. And like whatever test we pass through, we know that it's just for a moment. And having that waving trust in God will always keep us going. Yeah. So we are not going to be disgraced.
You cannot disgrace
I believe so.
me.
So you shared that you moved from insurance because you were doing a lot of work. You were grinding, but it wasn't paying. Unfortunately. And then you moved on to investment banking by chance, like in Nigeria. So to get the money. So tell me your first paycheck story.
And now, investment banker.
As an investment banker, yes, the big check, and how you spent the money.
I think the first time, my first big check, how did I spend the money? My first bonus, I won't count the first bonus I actually received because I don't think it was a big check. But like the first big check I got, my first actual big check, I used a part of it to buy my first car, which my mom also bought for me. So that was the first bonus I received, and I used it to buy my first car. But the actual one, which came before I left, I used it to fund my immigration. So I used it to
investment.
I now understand. I used to come and run. I said, "It's be real, guys."
Yeah. I think for me too, I spent my last bonus before coming here on this whole process. Yeah. I think I used it to fund part of my
education. Let me just give you a disclaimer. It's not brand new car investment. Money is plenty. They need to pay that in Nigeria.
I mean, who buy brand new? I mean, the rich people buy brand. So like big guys, like big paycheck is raised. He's relative. Some people are thinking that is one big money. Like
It's not plenty money. Come on.
It's relative. That's in your career and still all seeing. Yeah.
Is there not?
Yes.
It's like
Yes. You see the money, you be like, this will never enter my account.
exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's the kind of big paycheck we are talking about. We're not talking about influencers, big paycheck. I bet. Don't go and do I'm sure people know because there are people doing investment banking in Nigeria.
that are still
I'm sure they will be watching this video. Be like, and they'll be wondering which brand this babe worked for.
but I think like bank pays they pay.
I know they pay
well.
very well. But when people hear big paycheck, they're hearing probably.
They're not gonna think maybe it's a jelly but
You're that camera. Even I say like, I mean, you're that camera. I even got his name like, add me down. That's what my brother said. My one was from a bright spring.
I've heard.
She was relocating. I'm like, okay,
Let me just collect.
yes. So,
You thank the Lord.
lastly, on career,
Uh-huh.
do you think your job defines you or it just funds you?
I think both of them.
Okay.
I've been honest with myself. I've been at the point where all my life I was like, I'm an investment bank, I'm the bad bitch.
Bad bitch.
I was
smart
feeling
bitch.
myself.
Smartest.
Then I then realized like how it really affected my relationship with my friends, my family, like even my relationship life, and how me embodying that career was just bad for me. And I began to dial it down. That's okay, even though I'm an investment banker, I'm also a Christian. I also like cooking. I like working out. I like spoken words and poetry. Like I like all those things.
But like dressing up.
I like dressing
being a
up.
fine girl.
It's not easy. It's not easy. But am I going to deny that it's a big part of my life? No, I cannot take away the fact that being an investment banker was one of the. I spend at least 12 hours of my day there every day when I'm working. That's a big part of my life. So, and society is constructed in a way people look at you as your job. But for me personally, I think it is because it has helped me. I think about things from a finance perspective now. I want to buy anything. I'm like, is this a good buy? What's a better buy? Should I be financing this? Should I not be buying this? Is it a better use of money? So it definitely defines how I see things, but it doesn't define who I am because I have the luxury of changing jobs. I have the luxury of exploring new careers. So it is a big part of my life, but it doesn't define who I am, especially in the future. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you'd say it funds you. It doesn't define you.
It doesn't define me, it just funds me. Again, we're talking about this. You can either have a job that keeps you happy. Some people have jobs that they love and makes them happy. And I am happy for you. Like I'm excited. But some people have jobs that they like doing because of like I feel good doing this job. It makes me feel smart. It keeps my brain active. And it also pays me well. And there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be a bird in your office. You just have to be diligent at it, do it well, learn at the job, and be sure that it is compensating you well. That's my own priority about it. If you feel like you can then focus on maybe you want to go into the arts, you want to go into something else, maybe charitable work, that's fine. But it doesn't always have to be that. Just you define your reality and you work with it.
Yeah. Your job is a part of you. You are not your job. And you need to be able to separate that. Because I realized that some people let the job define their emotion or define what their life would be like, whether they are a happy person or not. They're supposed to finance your life. Like you're earning a living. You're not living to earn. Even though we spend most of our lives on the job. But the idea is that you're earning a living. It shouldn't define your emotion, how you treat people when you get back home, how you approach every other thing in life.
Yeah. You're not doing anything, you're just doing work. So like it's not that deep.
Yes, it shouldn't define who you are and every other thing around you. Because at the end of the day, you retire and the relationships you get to build, how you made people feel.
So for some people, their job will actually determine like who they are.
See, your job will define a part of you because it imprints on who you are, on your soul, on your behavior. Like you mentioned, the way you think about making any investment, you apply what you've learned, the things you've learned over the years, the way you even analyze things, analyze whatever decision you make, your relationship, the way you respond to people, you get those learnings from your job. It's part of who you are. It's just like the whole socialization process, the way they say that you're an average of the people you spend most of your time with. Your job is part of that. So it is not your whole personality. And don't make it like that. Because jobs.
Don't be a finance bro. Don't be a finance bro. No,
Yes, don't let everything about you just be about your job. That's why I'm doing this Niman. It's because
you want to not be a banker. You want to be, and it's good.
like, and I don't want to just be just a banker. Like I'm
a finance.
I'm everything else. I'm many other things. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I like no, I like talking. I like doing this. Like I really enjoy doing this. These are parts of me, and there are many parts that are not even known to the world. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to like girly fun and the juicy gist.
Okay.
So first, when life is lifing, who is the first person you call?
To be fair, I don't really call a lot of people like when I'm going through. And some of the things my friends have like complained about. But if life is truly lifing, and it's probably be my twin brother that I would call. If I have a partner, it's be my partner. Well,
So you just told the whole world that you're single. You're the most single. Sorry, I'm not shading.
I'm a
you.
singlet.
Single thing.
Single thing. But
Okay.
yeah, if I have a partner, it's definitely be my partner.
Mm-hmm.
But now, first, I will pray about it. I'll talk to God about it. That's the first person I talk to. Then to be my partner or my twin brother. That was my twin brother does not give me a lot of advice, but at least he calms me down. Just like, calm down, calm down, calm down. Just go and sleep. Go and eat. I've eaten. So he'll just show me that he cares for me like Coven. But life has not lifed. I mean, life like wanted to life at me 2 weeks ago, but I lifed back at it.
You liked
I
very
life back at it. But
That's the
like,
way to go.
but I think it's be my twin brother.
Okay. For me, it would be my mom. So it usually be like whoever picks the call first between my mom or my dad. Life. And I love called my dad. Yeah. But then it should be my mom. Just my mom that I would call and then would pray about it. And she just has a way of speaking to me softly, which my dad used to do too. Speaking to me softly to calm me down, tell me about like they just allow God to me. Sometimes I just like hearing there are things I know. Yeah, so my mom.
I can't call my like I would love to call my mom, but I don't call her because my mom generally worries for fun. She just
The scenarios.
like she called me 2 days ago and she was like, "Are you fine? Do you have money? Please don't suffer."
What does that mean?
I'm going shopping. I said I'm okay, but like she just and I'm not from a place of love, but like I don't call her to complain because I know she's typically in a place where she can't do much but to worry about you.
Okay.
And unfortunately, like she can't give me advice on like a lot of career things because my mom was a housewife. She can try, but she can't really give me as much advice as she would want. But she can definitely calm me down and pray for me. But I think I worry that it would make her worried because I'm her last child. Or she feels like I didn't go through life on my own. I always had guidance and now on my own. So she's worrying about that. But sometimes I try to give her that, oh mommy, this is what happened, but I'm fine.
But you tell her when you resolved everything.
Yeah, I don't think I can ever call my mom and be crying because she just be panic. She can kill me and be crying. So I don't think I can call my mom when I'm crying because I would now feel sad about making her cry.
Okay.
So maybe I'll call my twin brother because he will be able to manage my emotions better.
Okay, I guess maybe because I'm the first child, the gap between my siblings and I is quite significant. So my mom has always been the person that I talk to right from time from growing up, my mom and my dad. So then whoever picks up first will tell the other person. And usually this thing the same way. They'll talk to me the same way. So there was not really going. I'll prefer to call my mom. Yeah. So
Privileges.
privileges. Okay, so let's move to something more juicy. We're not talking about men, right? But then
Sometimes.
we're not talking about men. So, what is your biggest Delulu moment in love and career?
I will start with career. With career is thinking I'm going to be the best or like the most liked in the office.
That's very sunflower personality.
And also just being the last child, like everybody's always just like,
Doting on
oh,
you.
exactly. And being like when I entered the office, I'm going to be like baby of the office, the cutest one in the office, the one that everybody's happy to work with. And then I realized that you're not always going to be that person, and that's okay. Like you're not always going to be the person that people are like, that people are even going to want to always. People that enjoy working with you, but they're not always going to want to work working with you. Like you're not going to be always going to be the sunflower of the office. And
Do
I
you even
think
want to be the sunflower of the office
it's
in
very
in a male-dominated career field?
at the top of investment banking, especially in everywhere globally, it's men that are there. So what you need to do as a woman that is motivated and wants to work is that you need to connect with the men on a mental level, or let them see you beyond just being a woman. Show them that like you can show up. Don't show up as a man, but show up as your person. Show up as diligent. Show up as committed. Show up as smart. Show
But
up
that's
as
also being
reliable.
a woman.
That's also being a woman, but like don't show up like as if oh, I'm a woman, so don't expect this from me. Show up like I'm just doing my work.
Yeah.
And I think that was what helps me in my job. I showed up as there's work to be done, I'm going to help you do it.
Okay.
And I read, I worked hard. But I would definitely say also understanding the peculiarities of the society you live in, and also being able to read a story regardless of it. It was no dominated for me, but I remember one of the ways I connected with my bosses was that my bosses were Catholic. I grew up Catholic, and I remember I would talk to them about being a Catholic. They were also Igbo, so I would talk to them about growing up from the East. Some of them were Yoruba, and I would like speak to them about, try to learn about their experiences and allow them talk, listen to them, ask them for advice, ask them for guidance, and all those things played to my advantage. I would definitely say being a happy person, being somebody that is happy, helped me. But
Okay. Okay. I wouldn't say it's really delulu for you. It just felt like, oh, your work will speak for you. Your personality will shine through, and you expected that people will reciprocate. And people share the way they feel differently. People also have different expectations. People have prejudice. Like a lot of factors just come into play. But I like what you said about connecting with people at their level, understanding the peculiarity of your current reality, and finding a way to take advantage of that. I liked the way you navigated the corporate environment in Nigeria, connecting with your bosses across the diverse ethnic groups, you know. And that is why it is good to like get to know people, like be curious about them. People like talking about themselves. And when they see that you are interested in them and they can talk about themselves, they pick interest in you too. And then in rooms where you are not there, they will speak up for you because they will remember that person that was interested in them. As much as we detach emotions and feelings and subjectivity from everything, there is still some level. But yes, you still have to be very good at your work. Like, and which I know that my girl, you're a smart babe. Yeah, so
we don't have choice.
so another question. Okay. What's one unpopular opinion that you hold about adulting, dating, and work?
One unpopular opinion I hold is like I'll talk about dating because I'm talking about other things. I believe okay, this one is going to be call it what did they call it? Unsafe space. I believe people should spend at least 2 months in talking stage before they start dating.
I don't believe that.
I know you may not believe it, but personally, I believe people should spend at least, depending on the frequency of how you post, but I would say go on at least 6 to 7 dates before you decide to like go into a relationship with someone.
The investment to date you joke.
I think it's easy because like people, and one thing I've noticed that people hide who they really are. People conform to you unless you meet someone who is very assured in who they are, then it's something they say. You should have a role and know when someone is an exception to the rule. Most people should go by the rule, should go by this is what I'm going to hold you accountable to. But then you will meet some people who are the exceptions to those rules. Maybe because of when you meet them, you can tell that this person has done a lot of self work. This person is very confident in who they are. They are going to be honest. They don't want to waste their own time or deceive themselves. Those are the exceptions. But before that, everybody is in the role category. Take your time, and there's no rush. don't rush. Slow touch.
I remember. That's not COVID, right?
COVID. You become rush.
Yeah. I disagree with you.
It's okay.
Yeah, I feel like no matter how long you date or something, whoever wants to hide who they are or their personalities, date so well, but you really don't know. You don't really know a part or the illusion that they have created for you. And you think that, oh, you're smart, it can never be me. So like I for like relationships or like relationship with like the opposite gender, I have some sort of spiritual view towards it. Like you really cannot choose for yourself. It's like you let God choose for you. So even if you go on 20 dates, 100 dates, you might not really know that person. I don't know if this is unpopular. What I think about it is that before emotions start flowing and everything, that is where you can really get to know about somebody. And getting to know about somebody is not just you meeting them, going on dates with them, talking to them. So in Islam, there's something we call istikhara and istishara. Istikhara is you seeking guidance from God or no, do I want to be this person or not? While istishara is you asking around about the person, asking people that know the person, the community the person is from, asking about that person, what's the person's behavior and everything. So people that can give you like objective opinion about that person, that's how you can at least because at least have an idea of who that person is objectively. And you can do that before you are being blinded by butterflies. Me, I'm a lover girl, so yeah. Butterflies and everything.
Butterfly in my stomach.
You don't feel but
It's
with all the egg dates, you don't feel butterflies.
but like it's for us, like as Christians, it's slightly different. So what we say is, God doesn't pick for us. You present your partner, and God blesses it.
Okay.
So because I remember like when I can't remember which study class I was in, they were like when God created Adam and Eve, the teaching around it is that God made Adam and Eve, and when He made Eve, He said, "This is woman, I have made her from your ribs, this and that." But it was Adam who said, "She's my wife." Well, I can't remember how he said it, but he basically said, "This is my wife."
Okay.
So even though God made her for Adam, Adam still had to be the one to say, "I accept." So the teaching around it, and like also like for us for Christians, like there are certain scenarios where like we have like documentation of God choosing partners for people, but our own belief is that God generally doesn't choose partner for people. He allows them to decide and He blesses that union. But anything where your eyes see for them,
So this Sephora is just like you telling God a lot that if this thing is good for me, is it for me? Let me get all the blessings and everything. If it is not good for me, replace it with what is better for me and everything.
yeah, similar.
So,
Same.
so if you do that prayer and then the next day the boy start ghosting you.
If they're not for me,
The boy start ghosting you. You start baby on my own prayer. You know that I've got a answered prayer here, but that's the way it works. So baby girl, my last question for you is that do you believe in this all having its all idea? Career, love, health, happiness, beautiful children, great husband, loving parent, like everything, like just having that awesome life. Do you believe it can happen?
I believe in having it all, and I think the most important thing is they may not all come at the same time, but they will come in like different phases. And at the time when it comes, embrace it and appreciate it. It's like, for example, we can't always have loving parents because eventually our parents will pass away. So as you have it, take it. You can't always have you can always have loving children, but your children will grow and they will become adults and they will kind of leave you. So take it at the time. I will have it all, but I don't expect to have it all at the same time. I expect it to come in phases. I'm praying that as it comes, I can acknowledge that, oh, I have prayed for this thing, I have asked for this thing, and it has come.
And when it comes, you treat it like you actually pray for this thing. Yes, I also hold that belief that you can have it all and you can have it all in the moment, but you might not have it all at every point in time. Yeah, so live in the moment. you have a great job, you have loving parents, you have great siblings, you're still expecting to have a partner. Enjoy that phase of your life. Like the partner will come. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. But if it comes, enjoy your life in the moment. Don't die before death. Like
don't kill yourself before you die.
don't kill yourself before you die. Like don't lose your life because you are expecting something in the future. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. People fall down and die. So just like enjoy the moment, appreciate what you have, be grateful to God for that moment that you are living in. But actually, at every moment in time, you are living in your answered prayer.
Yeah.
So having that at the back of your mind and always appreciating that at every point in time it's a key, an important key to like living a great life, a fulfilled and content life.
And it's also being intentional about it. Like I remember I was speaking with my brother, and like I'm so grateful for the family members I have. You can't have something if you don't prepare for it. Like if you want to have good relationships in your life, even with friends, you have to be intentional about it. With family members, just be intentional. Like everyone's like, oh, I'm good emotionally, and they only think about their partner, but they don't think about their friends, don't think about their siblings, don't think about their parents. They don't think about people they meet in church, people they meet in work. And when they just say, oh, I have good emotions, but like you're not good to everybody. So it's just knowing that to have it all, you need to put in work. You want to have good health, you better start eating right. You better start working out. You want to have a loving partner, put work into yourself and like actually
All those baggages
you have
have
to deal with
deal
it.
with them.
So you can want to have it all, but like I'm a firm believer that while God gives us things that we don't deserve, many times you have to work for the things that you want.
And sometimes God will hold back on
Until you
on things until you are ready for it. So you need to put the work. Then like you deserve certain things. Yeah. It's been a great time, guys. With this my lovely girl. I had a great conversation. And I hope everyone watching this also had a great time following this conversation. And please comment, like, follow Nima Notes on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube here. Yeah.
tell us what you think.
Tell us what you think, what you disagree with in like during our conversation. Tell us what you like, what you love about this conversation. Yes. And we hope that you continue to be a part of this community. And if you are not part of this community yet, click on the subscribe link and join this beautiful Nima Notes community. Until next time. Bye.